Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and last September at LEGO Headquarters Fan Media Days, I got a chance to see some brand new LEGO Ninjago summer sets. And well, today's reveal day, so we can finally jump in to my hands-on designer interview featuring these two sets. Rogue's Jet Mech Dragon Rider, as well as Lloyd's Transforming Jet. These are two really interesting concepts for LEGO sets and quite unlike really anything we've gotten, especially the Transforming Jet. That is seriously so cool. And yes, we will showcase the transformation in action. So let's jump in right now to my hands-on in-depth interview and look at some of the brand new LEGO Ninjago Summer 2025 sets.
You're in luck because we only just got the foils for that
Yes.
set.
Oh!
An
Bricks by
hour
mine
ago.
didn't get.
No,
Oh,
Bricks
I'll have to show him then.
didn't get the foils.
Whoa!
Right, so this guy is called Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider. Even though Rogue is a new character who we have no idea who he is, but
You're
he
definitely
pops
not
up.
allowed to take the hat off.
Yes, don't take the hat off. Even though he's not riding on a motorbike or a flying bike, it's actually compatible with the Storm Rider and the Evo bike.
Okay.
So you can swap them around if you have all of them.
These are June, August, by the way, depending on your
Yes,
region,
yes.
but,
Whoa!
yeah, so that's a new piece we're doing for the more ghostly draconiums as well,
Yeah.
where it's a
Oh, wow.
cool ghost drone.
So they're ghost draconians.
Yes,
Yeah.
something happened mid-season.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, you can.
Can I actually not take the hat off, or can I see them?
I mean, you have an embargo day, right? So I
Yeah.
think
By
hopefully
that time, you.
by the time
you
hopefully
probably,
TV shows come out.
Yeah.
Chris.
And even though this guy
Oh.
doesn't have ankles, you can still do some good walking pose.
We're talking about the conflict first, so I can take it.
Yes. So we know fans have been asking for a bigger
That's conflict.
conflict
Yes.
for a big mech set. So I
Yes.
try my best to squeeze all the money out and make this guy.
That's
And-
so cool.
Stand on.
Oh,
That's right.
it's like a skeleton dragon.
Yeah, and finally recolored this
In white.
from Action Toy
Yup.
in white to do the sculpt. What's even cooler is this guy can actually combine with Thunder Band here,
Whoa!
and Nick will do that while I show you this guy. So
Thanks
this
for doing
set,
the lightning round here.
This
Yeah.
set is called the Lois Jet Mech.
Okay.
And as the name suggests, it can become a
A
jet.
jet. Oh my goodness.
And I would say this is the most challenging model I've ever worked on so
Really?
far. Even more than the combiner.
Because of the transformation?
Yes, because everything has to be fit into one thing and nothing comes apart.
Right,
Parts
right.
forming.
Yeah, no parts forming.
Whoa!
So you full on built a transformer.
We don't say that.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
a jet.
I don't
mech.
know what that is.
Jet mech.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Get this.
That's
you get
awesome.
A little turret,
Oh,
and you can swoosh it
can I
around.
see that?
Yes.
Oh my god. That is so cool.
And
Super
all
sick.
that can be done within 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was so fast. Oh my goodness.
And now I can transform it back into.
Also has a jet bike for sword.
Yes. So
Oh.
More side build.
This is like
You're into
almost
fire.
space police-y or
Yeah.
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 I feel like I've seen this exact shape before. I just can't place. But it's
There's
like cool.
like small price point space police set that has a roller flyer in it.
That's right.
Also white with
Yeah, with the curve.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy doesn't have knees again. I'm sorry, but it's
Hard to
all
do with the combo
full
or
of
the
yes, but
the jet mechs.
it has ankles again.
Very advanced.
Nice.
technology.
So if
Oh,
you,
you can even rotate the jets.
Yes. So if you have played with the climber mech, you know how ankles help
Yep.
with posability.
Yep.
This one basically follow the same level of posability. You can
Nice.
do walking pose. You can stand it on one foot. Probably a bit hard to balance it from the back, but I'll try.
Whoa. I'm gonna get some shots of the minifigures too.
Yeah,
so
so
what
this-
is the story behind this sword?
This is a revealing sword, and it interacts with the stickers and like banners we have.
Oh, kind of like
So
Alpha
there's-
Team.
Yes.
Huh.
Explorians kind of.
Yep, and explore. Yeah, yeah. Wow.
And these two set gives you the
last
final
within 5.
members of Forbidden Five. This is Rox, the elemental master of fear,
The fear.
who will be exclusive to this set.
Okay.
And then this is Kerr, the elemental master of decay, who
Decay.
is also exclusive to this set.
Is that why I'm
And
pretty-
this is also exclusive character called Tyr, who's a general in the Draconian army.
Whoa.
Sorry.
No.
Oh.
This is our
This-
last
are
one,
we
right?
done?
This is our last session?
This is the last session. I
It
think.
is, but these guys are wanted downstairs as
Oh.
well. So
Okay.
we can.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And here's upgraded Thunderfang. Here's
Yeah.
the pieces from
Oh.
the...
Can I get a quick photo really quick? Like 2 seconds? Thank you.
yes.
It feels like time goes by so fast when there's more product. I feel like last year I was like, oh, we got a lot of
Yes.
time with the sets. Okay, this was amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, wow.
Thank you, guys.
No worries. Thanks for coming all the way out.
Alright, and with that, that sums up our very brief but in-depth as possible coverage of 2 of the brand new Ninjago summer sets. Big thank you to LEGO designers Lychee Wing and Neek, aka Tooth Dominoes. Also shout out to that Robo Rider shirt, absolutely amazing shirt, for showcasing these sets in person. This was part of a 3-part interview where they showed me January, March, and summer sets, which is why the in-person part of this interview was a little bit shorter because we were seeing a ton of stuff at once, but I'm very grateful we did get to see what we saw, and it was really cool seeing prototype versions of the characters. Like, you can literally see the decals weren't finished, so some of them are just stickered on, and of course you have those vinyl elements that literally were finished and put into pre-production an hour before the meeting. So this was truly in some early development stage, and it was very cool to actually go to Billund last September and see these super early. Obviously, a lot of the time spent on the interview was like on Rogue and the Forbidden Five because I had no idea or context as to what the importance was of the characters or where they'd be in the show, but hopefully you got a chance to see the transformation feature of the jet in action, which is, in my opinion, one of the most important things I really wanted to show in this video because that is something that you can't really get across in terms of just images alone. So I'm really glad they chose to show us that one in particular for these items, especially because for whatever reason I did not receive that set in particular to review, as well as a couple of the other sets. I only got like half of the wave this time, and so did everybody else who received them early, so not really sure what's going on with that, but I'm just glad I was able to show a little bit of it because I'll be getting it at the same time as everyone else, I believe. But, of course, speaking of the other sets, it's time to take a look at all of the other LEGO Ninjago sets that were just revealed last night, or as of the time of this recording, a few hours ago. I'll be posting a full video of my unboxing of the summer sets that I received. I got most of them aside from a couple of them here and there, as well as posting in-depth reviews of every single one of the sets and minifigures when I get a chance, so I'll save my full thoughts on these sets for those videos. But let's go ahead and jump into taking a look at some of the images we do have of the sets, starting off with the polybag, which is Aaron versus a Dragonian. It's unfortunate that Aaron doesn't have the horns on the suit, and the Dragonian is kind of a weird mismatch of the previous version with just a mohawk, with no armor or other dragon, but I think the build of the Well of the Lost from the Spectral Lands is actually a really solid polybag build, and not something I expected to get in a LEGO set, so overall kind of a mixed one for me. Moving on to the cheapest set of the wave, we have Kai's Motorcycle Speed Race, and I think it is just alright. It reminds me of the Skybound bike set, which was just okay, and I think it would have been cool to get Aaron, Roz, and Sora in this one, but I think it is nice to get a villain minifigure in a set this cheap. Moving onwards from that, we have the Aaron Spinjitzu Battle Mech. This is in the same style as the Elemental Mechs from last year, and I actually just finished working on building it as we record this video. I think it's alright, but it would have been really cool if the hands could be posed to actually move the weapons around. That's a big con in my opinion, but I do like how it integrates the Roz color scheme, as well as kind of builds in the half-black nature of his suit into the mech itself. There's a 4+ set in the form of Rogue vs. Drix, a race car duel, which is a really funny topic for a 4+ set. Kind of weird how they made a brand new dual molded hood for Rogue just in this set only, but I guess 4+ kind of operates on a different budget than most, and it is really cool to just get Drix in yet another set, this time without armor because it is 4+. Moving on from that, we have Rontu, the Master Dragon, and to be completely honest, I'm not super happy with this one. I think that Rontu in the show has such such a unique and slender look, and this just feels almost too boxy, rectangular, and robotic to me. The head just doesn't really look like Rontu at all, and honestly, I feel like this is one of the weaker Ninjago Dragon sets, but if I had not seen the show and this had just come out as a regular set, I probably would like it a lot more. I think it's only because she looks so different in the show that I can't really see it as a good representation. From there, we have one of the sets we already saw in this video, Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider, which is actually a pretty fun idea to have the mech be riding a robot dragon. Again, I wasn't ever the biggest fan of the rider sets. It seemed to be just kind of like a silly gimmick that was really just used in a couple of mediocre sets, but this is absolutely the best one. The pauldron on Jay's mech looks really good, and then you have the wings being vinyl as well. I think all around it's pretty solid. Next is the Ninja Combat Vehicle, and LEGO still is trying to make these combo vehicles work. This one does have Frack, which is a massive W, but I will say the Frack minifigure is a little rough. I think that one maybe could use another version without the hood to just be a lot better. That being said, it's a big improvement over the previous combo vehicle mech, and I actually really like each individual vehicle on its own, so this one is a pretty big win to me. As long as the price isn't above like 60 or 70. If it's actually 100, we might have a problem. Now here we have, again, one of the ones that we saw earlier, but this is one of my favorite sets of the wave, Lloyd's Jet Mech, and that absolutely boils down to the amazing transformation feature. I was blown away by how good this looks as a jet and as a mech, and how easy it is to transform, and plus, the evil dragon which you can add onto Thunderfang, which we now know is actually canon, is just the icing on the top of the cake. But the absolute standout set of the wave, just finished building it myself, has gotta be the new Temple Bounty. This is basically Zarked against the world here, where it's kind of funny just how outmatched Zarked is compared to the rest of the set, but this is an absolutely beautiful version of the Destiny's Bounty. It really rivals the movie Bounty in its quality. The only downside I see for the set is that the dragon is a little bit strange to me. I get what they were going for, where you have the dragon kind of arcing back and forth on the top of the ship, but it just feels very small and out of place, and I would really have preferred just a larger, more traditional big dragon head at the front of the ship. I feel like that would have solved a lot of the aesthetic issues, because otherwise this is really, really good. The mechanism to unfurl the sails at the back is really solid. You just twist a knob in the back and the sails open up. It kind of treats itself like a more adult-focused set with a display stand and everything, which is really nice, and it comes with a fairly decent minifig selection, with Nia and Zane being exclusive to the set, and then of course you have the repeats of Rogue, Wildfire, and Cole, and Zarked, the fraud of the Forbidden Five. Although I will say Zarked is admittedly a very cool minifig design, just a shame how he basically was useless in the show. This is my favorite bounty in years. It is very much on par with the movie bounty. I think I liked the Legacy bounty a lot thanks to that nostalgia factor, but I think this one actually is a little bit better when it comes to building techniques and overall aesthetics. So I gotta give it to this one of my most anticipated sets of the year, and it really lives up to the hype. I see a lot of people online really excited about it, and for good reason. But there is one more sub-theme of Ninjago that is coming out this year that has me the most excited. Unless you've been living under a rock, you have seen the trailer for Ninjago Monstrosity, which just dropped yesterday, and I will say this is maybe one of the best Ninjago trailers ever. It makes me so hyped for what this miniseries is going to be, and I just cannot wait to see what they're cooking. Accompanying Ninjago Monstrosity are a couple of Ninjago Legends sets. It's a brand new sub-theme of Ninjago meant to be aimed at slightly older audiences, and the sets and builds reflect that. First off, we have the Fire Knight Mech, and from the immediate image of the set, from the box art, you know this is going to be something special. It is a gigantic Fire Knight mech for Kai to ride as he journeys through the realm or land of monsters, and it basically acts as a full-on diorama. There's a curved black base, there's some sort of monster erupting from the ground, and the mech itself is fully posable. You have the Bionicle 2006 Titan piston articulation on the back of the legs, you've got full knees, ankle articulation and everything. It is really, really well done. And it has almost as much articulation as Cole's Titan Mech last year. While I still think Cole's Titan Mech is a little bit stronger than this one, this is a really nice display piece as a whole, and a mech wearing a cape is just such a good idea in general. This is absolutely the direction I want to see Ninjago going. I want Ninjago to be able to take big swings and to make things built for older audiences while still retaining the core of what makes Ninjago great. And I think that's one of the coolest things about this is that this is a line that exists outside of the standard Ninjago show. So it is something made for older kids, but younger kids can still enjoy regular Ninjago just fine. And I'm really curious to see where they explore this and what they might do in the future. All of these sets have a more premium feel to them. There's an exclusive poster included on the inside, the box art is super nice, and that is really reflected in the next set here, which is the Guardian Dragon. Now, the Guardian Dragon is just a beautiful sculpture in general. Whether or not you like or even know anything about Ninjago, I feel like you could see this set and want to pick it up. In fact, I was showing images of the set to a friend of mine who literally hasn't ever built a LEGO set in her life. I just know she likes dragons, and she was locked in. Day one purchase. And that's how you know that this is something truly special. It's attracting people who don't even care about Ninjago, who maybe aren't even LEGO fans, just as a really cool display model on its own. The Guardian Dragon is also something that appears in Monstrosity, and it does come with an exclusive Sensei Wu minifigure, although I'm sure that's not necessarily going to be canon. It's probably going to be that vision of Master Wu that Kai sees in the trailer, but you can just see how big this is, fully built. The wings are all cloth, they have a really nice pattern to them, it's just really well done overall. The shaping of the dragon is so fluid, and this is easily my most anticipated set of the year for Ninjago. But the bounty is giving it a run for its money as well, plus a Fire Knight mech. Once again, Ninjago's summer wave is filled with absolute bangers. I thought last year's wave was the best yet. Well, this year's wave is giving last year's wave a run for its money because it is truly incredible, just the quality of the largest sets of the wave. But with that, we have summed up my initial thoughts on the brand new LEGO Ninjago summer sets, which have been recently revealed, plus that hands-on look at the jet. I wanted to combine these into the same video because, especially if I put out an unboxing video, maybe even later today, I didn't want to overwhelm with too many different Ninjago videos about the same set reveals, so hopefully you liked a bit of a 2-in-1 video here where I showcase the sets as well as that interview. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to comment down below which ones are your favorites, like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Bye for now.